We had prayed about moving to Abilene for 2 years when Dale retired and we wanted to relocate. And so we felt like we had God's guidance when we moved here. And of course it was shortly after that when the Madagascar students came. And their story is a miracle in its own about how they were able to get here so quickly and so easily. And we feel like that God's at the base of all of it. He's given us so much more than we've ever asked or imagined.
I got to be in Abilene because I received a scholarship from the president of Madagascar, and I think the scholarship is called the Presidential Madagascar Scholarship.
The students came here, and ACU had asked for conversation partners because their English was not very good. They knew English, reading and writing, but not conversation. And so we began with 1 or 2 students, and it just grew.
Well, it all started with Miss Joyce Voss. We met when we were going on a trip to watch the Texas Rangers, and we went there. I got to talk to her, and we met, and then she learned that I was an art major, so she wanted me to help her out with a project that she was doing for homecoming, and it was to draw a banner, a wildcat on it, and so I like to draw, and so I went to their house, and we hung out, we had a good time, arts and crafts together, it was fun. And then she asked me if I would want to come to church on Sundays, and so I said yes. When I came here, I asked Miss Joyce, what are you doing during your time at church? And she said, well, we worship and we have time together. And there's a lot of we things, not just I or some people. She was always saying, do you want to come with us? We are going to have a time together, shepherding group. We are going to worship together. And that's one thing that I never got to experience before, and so I thought that was neat.
He came to me and said, how do I become a member of the church? I immediately got with Steve Ridgel, and we began a Bible study with Laza of the book of Romans. And Laza studied very hard, and after that was over, it was some time after that he made that decision.
I think my baptism is a new beginning for me, a new beginning to be another person that would live with Christ in mind and just love people, whoever they are, but foremost love God, and just do that whenever I can. One of the reasons why I was baptized and why I made that important decision in my life was because of the Vosses. They have the most forgiving heart that you can find. They're gentle, and they will sacrifice things for you. One day I remember I had injured my fingers and I couldn't move, and I had to have stitches and have been on pain medicine. I couldn't move. It was a bad day. I was in bed for the next days, and I remember they came, they cooked me some food, some soup, and that was comforting, and that was done out of, I couldn't give them anything. I didn't have anything, but they would just do it because I guess they loved me and they cared for me, and that touched me.
What we work at with the students that we work with is to make them feel a part of our family, and we call them our family. We want them to feel at home in our house and be comfortable with us, and we don't try to entertain them as you might have guessed. We like them to be a part of our family.
And they call us Dada Bay and Bay Bay, which is grandmother and grandfather in Malagasy. and they come to us when they're sick and when they need something, and
when we're sick, they come to us.
Right, right.
They take care of us.
They
as
call
much
to
as-
see how we are. Mhm.
When I first came, I did not expect that a lot of things would happen in my life, and I had not the purposeful life, I guess. But when I first experienced what a fellowship is and what love truly is, then everything made sense, I guess. And my life turned around. Through the example of the Vosses, they have their hardships too, and they had to take care of us, and it's not easy to take care of 24 people and from another country, but they just loved us. I don't know why. I don't even look like them. We don't even have the same history. They love me